Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, very good morning. In the last class, we were discussing about the capacitors and capacitance. Did you remember that? Okay. Gayatri, what do you mean by capacitor?
Capacitor is a device which
Yes.
stores charges.
Okay, it is a device that is used to store the electric charges. And what about the structural definition for capacitors?
Like two capacitor conductors separated by an insulator.
Very good. Then, Achyut, what is SI unit of capacitor? Farad. Okay. Naurin, what do you mean by capacitance?
It is the charge per potential of a conductor.
Okay. Equation
Q is equal to CV.
Q is equal to CV. All right. Then Punya, what is the equation for capacitance of a spherical conductor? Capacitance of a spherical conductor.
C is equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 R.
Okay. V is equal to C is equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 R. All right. Aditya, can you define 1 farad? Define 1 farad. All of you, please switch on your video. Yes.
Ma'am, when 1 coulomb of charge is given to a conductor, it will
Yes.
produce a potential of 1 volt. That is known as 1 farad.
Okay, very good. Vidur, explain the working principle of capacitor. Not explanation, only state the working principle of capacitor.
When an earth conductor, when an earth connected conductor is placed in a charge, is placed near to a charge conductor, there will be strong storing of electric charges.
Yes, when an earthed conductor is placed near a charged conductor, the charge storing capacity of the conductor is increases. This is the working principle of the capacitor. Clear? Okay, all right. So today we are going to discuss about the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. So capacitor is a device that is used to store the electric charges. It is consisting of two conductors that is separated by an insulator. Okay. And in the case of capacitor, we have different types of capacitors like spherical capacitor, cylindrical capacitor, and parallel plate capacitor. But in this chapter, we are discuss only about the parallel plate capacitor. Okay. So there are different types of capacitors are the like spherical capacitor, cylindrical capacitor, parallel plate capacitor. In this chapter, we were discussing only about the parallel plate capacitor. Okay, so let us start. So all of you write the next topic, next heading, that is capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. So in order to explain the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor, first of all, we can consider a capacitor. Capacitor means consisting of two conductors. One is positively charged conductor and other is the negatively charged conductor. So capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. In order to explain this, here we are considering a parallel plate capacitor. It is nothing consisting of two conductors. One is positively charged conductor and other is a negatively charged conductor. And both these conductors having an area of cross section A and they are separated by a distance of D. They are separated by a distance of D. And we know that the capacitors means two conductors, they are separated by an insulator. And here in this case, the air is acting as an insulator. We know that air is a poor conductor of electricity. So here in this case, the air is acting as an insulator. Okay. Here air is acting as an insulator. Here A is the area of the cross section of the conductors. A is the area of cross section. And what is D? D is the distance of separation between the conductors. D is the distance of separation. If the two conductors are separated by a distance D, then here the electric field between these two conductors are given by the equation E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. The two conductors are separated by a distance D, and here we know that there is a positive and negative charges are there. So the electric field lines are originated from positive side and it is terminated to the negative side. Here the electric field that is exists between these two conductors are given by the equation E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. Okay, what is sigma? Students, what do you mean by sigma? Yes, Nandana, what do you mean by sigma?
Surface charge density.
Yes, it is the surface charge density. And what is epsilon 0?
Permittivity of free space.
Yes, here the sigma is the surface charge density and epsilon 0 is the permittivity of the free space. Okay, here we are taking it as free space because the distance of separation between them is an insulator medium, and here in this insulator medium we are considered as an air, vacuum. Okay, it is a free space. So the electric field between these two conductors are given by the equation E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. And can you recall the equation for the capacitance? The equation for capacitance, or it is given in terms of charge, Q is equal to CV, right? Q is equal to CV. And here we can say that where is this charges are get distributed? Where is this charges are get distributed? Inside the conductor, the charges are 0. There is no charges are present inside the conductor. And here we can see that the charges are distributed on the surface of the conductor, right? Here the charges are distributed on the surface of the conductor. So we know that the surface charge density is given by sigma is equal to, what is sigma? Equation for surface charge density. Sigma is equal to Q divided by A. That is the charge distributed per the area of the conductor. Okay. From this equation, we can derive an equation for Q, that is sigma is equal to Q by A. From here, we have Q is equal to sigma A, right? Q is equal to sigma A. Since here the charges are distributed on the surface of the conductor, so the surface charge density sigma is equal to Q by A. From that equation, we can derive the expression for the charge. That is the charge Q is equal to sigma A. Now, students, then what about the equation 1 becomes E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 and Q is equal to CV. This is the expression for the charge and the capacitor. And in the case of this conductor, the charges are distributed on the surface of the conductor. So Q is equal to sigma A, right? Q is equal to sigma A. Before that, we can derive an expression for the capacitance. Q is equal to CV. What is the expression for the capacitance from this equation? C is equal to Q by V, right? C is equal to Q by V. But here we get Q is equal to sigma A. Q is equal to sigma A. Q is equal to sigma A. This is our equation. 1 minute. Once again, I will rearrange the equation. Here we have Q is equal to sigma A. Okay, Q is equal to sigma A. Then what happens to your equation 3 becomes? What about the equation 3 becomes? Equation 3, that is the equation for capacitance becomes, we have C is equal to Q by V, but Q is equal to sigma A divided by V. C is equal to sigma A divided by V. Okay. So we can name this equation as 5. So here the capacitance C is equal to sigma A divided by V, where sigma is the surface charge density, A is the area of cross section, and V is the potential. Okay. But we know the relationship between the electric field and potential. What about the potential of this conductor? What about the potential of the conductor? We study a relationship between the electric field and that of the potential. Can you recall it? What is the relation between electric field and potential? The electric field and the potential is given by the electric field is the negative gradient of potential, right? Negative gradient of potential is equal to minus dV by dx. Or the magnitude of E is given by the modulus of E is equal to positive dV by dx. Did you recall this relation between this electric field and potential? The electric field is relation between electric field and that of the potential is given by E is equal to negative gradient of the potential, or the magnitude of the electric field is given by dV by dx, right? But here we are consider this conductor as a whole, and the potential of this capacitor is capital V, and the distance of separation between them is D. So this equation becomes E is equal to, instead of dV, we are consider the potential of this entire capacitor, it becomes V divided by the distance of separation between them. The distance of separation between them. Here the dx is the distance, but here the distance we taken it as D. So E is equal to V by D. E is equal to V by D. Okay. So from this equation, can you form a equation for V, the potential V? E is equal to V by D, which implies V is equal to ED. V is equal to ED. Okay. Now, what about the equation for capacitance becomes C is equal to sigma A divided by ED. Sigma A divided by ED. Or C is equal to sigma A divided by, what is the equation for electric field inside a capacitor? Equation for electric field inside a capacitor. The first equation is equal to sigma divided by epsilon 0, right? E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. So instead of E, we can write sigma by epsilon 0 into D. Here, this sigma and this sigma is cancels. So finally, we get C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D. C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D. This is the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Once again, I will explain the same. So here C is the capacitance, epsilon 0 is the permittivity of the free space, A is the area of cross section, and D is the distance of separation between these capacitors. Okay, so C is equal to epsilon 0 A by D is the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Okay, once again, I will explain the same. So here we are explain the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. In order to explain this, here we are consider the two conductors, the conductor 1 and conductor 2. we provide the positive charge for conductor 1 and the negative charge for conductor 2. The medium of separation between these two conductors are air. Here the medium of separation between them is air. And these two conductors are possess an area of cross section A, and the distance of separation between these two conductors are given by D. Then we are starting this derivation by writing the expression for electric field. The expression for electric field between these two conductors is given by E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0, where sigma is the surface charge density and epsilon 0 is the permittivity of the free space. Here we consider the free space or air as a medium of separation between them. So epsilon 0 is the permittivity of the free space here. Okay, then the expression, in order to get an expression for capacitance, we have Q is equal to CV, where C is the capacitance, V is the potential, and Q is the charge. From this expression, we derive equation for C. C is equal to Q by V. C is equal to Q by V, where Q is the charge and V is the potential. But here, in this case, the charge is distributed on the surface of a conductor. So the surface charge density is given by sigma is equal to Q by A. That is the charge distributed per the unit area of this conductor. From this equation, we have Q is equal to sigma A. Q is equal to sigma A. Clear? Now we substitute the value of this Q is equal to sigma A into the expression for the capacitance. So it becomes C is equal to sigma A divided by the potential V. Okay, where sigma is the surface charge density and A is the area of cross section, V is the potential between this capacitor. Okay, now we want to check what about the potential of this capacitor. So in order to make the potential of this capacitor, we recall the relation between electric field and potential. The relation between electric field and potential is given by E is equal to negative gradient of minus dV by dx. That is the potential per distance gives the electric field. And the magnitude of E is equal to the magnitude of E or the modulus of E is given by the positive dV by dx, where dV is the small potential and dx is the small distance of separation. But here we are consider the entire potential of the capacitor. So what happens? The E becomes V divided by, and here dx is the small distance of separation, but here this capacitor is separated by a distance of d. So this dx is changed by d. Okay, so E is equal to V by d. From this, we derive an equation for V. V is equal to ED. V is equal to ED. Okay, now substitute the value of this V into this equation for capacitance. So it becomes C is equal to sigma A divided by ED. Sigma A divided by ED. And initially we are starting this derivation by considering the electric field of this capacitor. According to that equation, the electric field E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. So we can substitute this value of the E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 here. So it becomes C is equal to sigma A divided by, instead of E, we have sigma by epsilon 0 into D. See, here we can cancel these two sigma. So finally we get C is equal to the epsilon 0 goes to the numerator. Epsilon 0 A divided by D. C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D. This is the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Here C is the capacitance, epsilon 0 is the permittivity of the free space, and A is the area of the cross section between these two conductors, and D is the distance of separation between them. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any doubt? You can ask and clear it now itself. All of you, please switch on your video. Can we move to the next topic? Okay. So under the same topic, we can discuss one more case. So all of you must write it as a second case. Here also we are considering the two capacitor. One is provided with the positive charge and other is with the negative charge here. Okay. So in the initial case, we are placing or we are considering air as the medium of separation between the charges. Air is considered as the medium of separation between the charges. But here in this present case, we are placing a dielectrics. We are considering or we are placing a dielectrics between these two conductors. So this is a dielectric. What do you mean by dielectric? Dia? What do you mean by dielectric? Yes, dielectric is a non-conducting substance or it possesses very negligible amount of the charge carriers. So instead of the medium of separation as air, here we are placing dielectric as a medium of separation between these two conductors, and all the other conditions are the same. These two conductors having an area of cross-section A. Okay. And this dielectric is possess a thickness of D. It possesses a thickness of TT, small t. Okay. Actually, this case is not given in your textbooks. All of you must listen here. So here, in the first case, we are considering the two conductors and the medium of separation between them is an air. Here in this case, instead of air, we are placing a dielectrics between these two conductors. Okay. And the thickness of the dielectric is given by T. The thickness of the dielectrics is given by T. Now, again, this much distance, that is from the first conductor to this dielectric, this much distance is separated by air as a medium. And in the middle, we are placing the dielectrics. Again, we have air here. Okay. So actually, between these two capacitors, two mediums are present. One is air and the half portion is filled with the dielectrics, or it is separated with the dielectrics. Clear? So in the first case, there is only the one medium of separation are there, that is air. In the second case, here we are separating these two capacitors with the air and also the dielectrics. Clear? Now, what is the equation for capacitance? Q is equal to CV or C is equal to Q by V. The equation for capacitance is given by Q is equal to CV and C is equal to Q by V. And here also we know that the charge is distributed on the surface of the capacitor. So we have the surface charge density sigma is equal to Q by A. The charge is distributed along the surface of the conductor. So sigma is equal to Q by A, or Q is equal to sigma A. From this equation, we have Q is equal to sigma A. Okay. So we are starting with equation for capacitance. Q is equal to CV. From that, we are deriving an equation for capacitance that is given by C is equal to Q by V, where Q is the charge and V is the potential. And sigma is equal to Q by A, because here the charges are distributed on the surface of the conductor. So it is given by sigma is equal to Q by A, or Q is equal to sigma A. Q is equal to sigma A. Okay. Now the equation for capacitance becomes C is equal to sigma A divided by V. Sigma A divided by V. C is equal to sigma A divided by V. Okay. Again, what about the potential? What is the relation between the potential and the electric field here? As same as that in the above case, we can take E is equal to V by D, or V is equal to ED. V is equal to ED. Up to that conditions, here also it is same. V is equal to ED. So E is equal to V by D, or the potential is given by V is equal to ED. Then again the equation for capacitance is becomes C is equal to sigma A divided by ED. Sigma A divided by ED, where E is the electric field and D is the distance of separation between the medium and conductor. Okay. From here onwards, some difference are there. So we get finally C is equal to sigma A divided by ED. C is equal to sigma A divided by ED. Okay. Now, what about the electric field between these two capacitors? What about the electric field between these two capacitors? Here we have two mediums are there. What are the two mediums present inside this capacitor? Yes. What are the two insulating mediums we are placed inside this two capacitor, inside these two conductors? Yes, one is dielectric and other is air. So here we have two mediums are there. One is air and other is the dielectrics. So we need to consider the electric field due to this medium of air and also the medium of dielectrics. So first of all, we can consider the electric field due to air. The electric field due to air. Okay. Here this electric field due to air is given by. What is the electric field due to air between these two capacitors? What is the equation for electric field? Is equal to, yes, sigma by epsilon 0, right? The electric field between these two capacitors is given by E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. This is same because here the two capacitors are there and it is separated by air. Then same as that of the first case, the electric field between these two capacitors is given by E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. Okay. So the expression for capacitance is becomes C is equal to sigma A divided by electric field here sigma by epsilon 0 into what is the distance of separation between this capacitor and that of this dielectrics, air. So here air is the medium. So we can take it as the distance is D minus T because the thickness of this dielectrics, this much portion is covered with the dielectrics. So if we are consider the entire distance as D, the half of the portion with the thickness of dielectrics T, so the distance of separation between them is given by D minus T. Okay. Plus, here we need to consider the electric field due to this dielectric medium. And the electric field due to the dielectric field due to this dielectric is given by, in addition to the permittivity of the free space, here we have the relative permittivity of the medium is also given. So it is given by sigma by epsilon 0 K, where K is the dielectric constant. Where K is the dielectric constant. So for the E air, the electric field of air is given by sigma by epsilon 0. But if another medium like dielectric is present, then the electric field is given by E dielectric is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 and also the relative permittivity of the dielectric medium. The relative permittivity of the dielectric medium is denoted as K. Okay, so it is also known as a dielectric constant, or you can write it is the relative permittivity of, it is the relative permittivity of dielectric. Okay, it is the dielectric constant or it is the relative permittivity of the dielectric. And what is the distance of separation made by this dielectric? What is the thickness offered by this dielectric? It is T. Okay, this T. So you don't need to write the T here. When we are substituting this equation to the capacitance, we can add that T. So it becomes sigma by epsilon 0 K into T. Okay, so here the capacitance C is equal to the charge sigma A divided by, and here the potential is given by V is equal to ED. But here this electric field due to the two medium, one is due to the air and other is due to the dielectric. So the equation is becomes sigma by epsilon 0 into D minus T plus sigma by epsilon 0 K into T, where K is the relative permittivity due to the presence of dielectric. Okay, so here we need to consider the electric field due to the air, medium air, and also the electric field due to the medium of dielectric. Okay, and in this equation, we can see here epsilon 0, sigma by epsilon 0 is common. So we can take it outside. So the equation becomes C is equal to sigma A divided by, take this sigma by epsilon 0 constant and take it outside. It's a common term. So sigma by epsilon 0 into D minus T plus T by K. Okay. Then here also the sigma and sigma cancels. So we have C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D minus T plus T by K. This is the expression for the capacitance if there are two mediums are present between the conductors. So in the first case, we are deriving an expression for capacitance for a parallel plate capacitor if the medium of separation between them is air. In the second case, if the medium of separation between them is air and dielectrics, then the equation for capacitance is given by C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D minus T plus T by K. Is this derivation is clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope this is clear, right? So this is the expression for the capacitance. If there are two mediums are present between the conductor, what are the two mediums? Consider we are taken here, one is air and other is the dielectrics. So here we need to take we are needed to consider the electric field due to the air and also due to the dielectrics. So actually this derivation is not given in your textbook. Some maybe it may be asked as a application level question. That is why I'm derived the same expression here. Okay. Now, using this equation, we can derive a special case. If a special case, so you may please note it as a special case. Instead of this dielectric, okay. So can we take it as a third case? All of you write it as a third case. In the third case, instead of dielectric, if we are placing a metal, okay, instead of dielectrics, if we are placing a metal as a medium of separation here. Here we have a metal. This is not dielectric. Here we have a metal. Okay. What is the, can anyone recall what is the expression for calculating the capacitance if the dielectric is present? C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by epsilon 0 A divided by D minus T plus T by K, right? Now in this third case, instead of dielectric, we are considering metal. Instead of dielectric, here we are placing metal as the medium of separation. then what happens? The metal provides infinite electric field. It has an ability to pass infinite electric field through them. We know that in the case of a dielectric, it is a non-conducting substance, or it is an insulating substance. But in the case of a metal, it is a conducting substance, right? Metal is a conducting substance. That is, it has the ability to pass infinite number of electric field lines through them. So infinite number of the electric field lines are passes through them. Then the dielectric constant, or the relative permittivity of the medium, K, the dielectric constant K becomes infinity here, becomes infinity. Instead of a dielectric, if we are placing a metal, metal means it is a conducting substance. It has an ability to pass infinite number of electric field lines are there. Then the relative permittivity of the medium. The relative permittivity of the medium means K. The constant K is the relative permittivity of the medium. And here this relative permittivity of the medium is K for metal. And that K for metal becomes equal to infinity. Instead of dielectric, if we are placing a metal there, the K becomes equal to infinity. Then what happens to this equation? This equation for capacitance, what happens to this equation? C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D minus T plus T by infinity, right? Becomes that because the K is equal to infinity, if instead of a dielectric, if we are placing a substance or a material medium of metal inside these two conductors, the relative permittivity K becomes equal to infinity. K is equal to infinity. So in this equation, this term K becomes changed into infinity. And we studied that any quantity divided by infinity is equal to, any quantity that is divided by infinity is equal to 0. So here the T by infinity becomes equal to 0. That is this term, this entire term is cancelled. It is equal to 0. So in the third case, the expression for capacitance becomes C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D minus T, because the second term is cancels. So C is equal to epsilon 0 A, C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D minus T. Is it clear for you? So in the second case, instead of air, we are considering a dielectric as a medium of separation. So in the second case, we have two mediums of separation that are there. One is air and other is the dielectric. Then the equation for capacitance becomes C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D minus T plus T by K. And in the third case, instead of dielectric, we are placing a conducting substance that is metal. In that case, the dielectric constant, or we can say the relative permittivity of the material medium, K becomes equal to infinity. So when K becomes equal to infinity, what happens? The second term C is cancelled. So the C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D minus T. This is a special case if we are considering the metal as a medium of separation between these conductors. You just imagine, you just suppose, then the value of the capacitance is changed like this. Clear? If you have any doubt, you can ask now. No problem. The fourth case. Here also we are considering the two conductors. One is positive charge and the other is the negative charge. And if the medium of separation between them is completely due to a dielectrics, that is, there is no medium of air is present, it is completely separated by a dielectrics. These two capacitors are completely filled with a dielectrics. There is no medium of air is present here. It is evacuated and it is filled with a dielectrics. Okay. Then here it have a relative permittivity of the dielectrics is given by K. And we know that if the medium of air is present, the capacitance is given by C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D, right? Epsilon 0 A divided by D in the case of the medium of air is present. And instead of air, if the medium of separation is between them is completely dielectric, here the value of capacitance is given by C is equal to K into epsilon 0 A divided by D. C is equal to K into epsilon 0 A by D. This is the expression. You only need to write this, study this equation. There is no derivation here. So here the medium is completely dielectric in nature. Then the equation for capacitance is given by C is equal to K into epsilon 0 A divided by D. You just compare it with the first case. In the first case, it is the capacitance due to the medium of separation between them is air. Here, if the medium of separation between them is completely dielectric. So in the first case, we are discussing the medium of separation between them is air. In the second case, the medium of separation between them is air and dielectric. And in the last case, if the medium of separation between them is completely dielectric in nature, then the equation for capacitance is C is equal to K into epsilon 0 A by D, where K is the dielectric constant, epsilon 0 is the permittivity of the free space, A is the area of cross section of the conductor, and D is the distance of separation between them. Clear? You only need to study this equation. There is no derivation here. Okay. So I hope this is clear for you, right? Is there any doubt in this topic? Here you need to study only the value of capacitance if the medium of separation between them is air, and if the medium of separation between them is air and dielectric, and if the medium of separation between them is dielectric only. And as a special case, if the medium of separation between them is air and metal. If we are placing metal instead of dielectric, what happens? It has an ability to passes so much of electric field lines them. So the dielectric constant K is equal to infinity. So that terms is cancels. Okay, I hope this is clear for you, right? Nia is joined now. Okay. Okay, so with this, we can wind up this session and we can meet on the last hour. Okay. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.